Handcuffs and Sage may not be appropriate for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hey. Woo!
Stay alive.
We're having a party.
Hi, everybody.
This is Handcuffs and Sage.
We did it.
We did it. We're doing it.
We mentioned what the name of the podcast is in the beginning. We're a true crime and paranormal podcast. This is Red.
And I'm Timo.
And I am Dre.
And Dre's back with us. Yay, after being the
Yay.
fucking badass hero that she is.
I'm proud of you.
Yay. After I had my life source sucked out
The
of me.
life source was taken from her. That's what my hubby said. Her life source was taken, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So, good news. Our website, up and running, new and improved, will be launching soon.
Woo!
Within the next 24 to 48 hours.
You can stare at all of our
And
cute
I'm
faces.
going to have Dre do a blog about her whole experience.
Yay.
After the part that I read over the episode 22.
Apparently my husband says I'm a good writer.
Oh,
Yes.
I love you. You're like, I know, right?
Yeah, it was so good.
Thanks, babe.
And I mean, I didn't do it any justice, I don't think, because I kind of like,
Oh, I was tearing up.
I read Monique's name wrong, and then you
Okay.
you put little old me, and I'm like, ole.
Oh, lay me.
Ole me. I'm like,
all right.
oh no, that's not right. That's not right. Okay.
Did you try your best? Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
But
there
yeah.
you go.
I actually copy and pasted that on my work's email and sent it to my entire company.
Yay!
Yeah. And I forwarded an email to handcuffsandsage@gmail.com's
I thought
email.
it was really nice.
One of my friends that I work with, how he was, And then you have inspired someone at my work to go ahead and do it. He's
Awesome.
doing it.
See,
Yes.
and that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's exactly
So
what I want.
inspired
my friend
a lot of
Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
He asked me some questions, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it." So
Proud of you.
yeah.
Way to go, Jonathan.
Yeah, so that was really
I think
cool.
we should give a shout out to Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Robert.
Hey, Robert, over at the AutoNation Chevy dealership in Valencia, California.
You're awesome.
He really helped me out today. I'm not going to go into too much, details, but
What's that word?
But you're
Details.
amazing, and
Yeah.
you know it.
yeah, and he said he was going to listen. So here you go. We're giving you a shout
Honey, I
out.
think he's going to be calling you.
Oh.
I think that's what's going to happen here.
So
and
funny.
I'm so excited.
All right, all
The
right.
moral of the story is, if you need to buy a Chevy, go see Robert.
Right, he totally deserves the love
Valencia.
over there. He was an excellent salesperson, over and beyond, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. You're the best.
So what's new? What's going on?
I just fell down the stairs,
Right,
and my
Red.
bag is out now.
So that's great.
Dre gave us some delicious lotion.
Yes, we got presents from Dre, and we're drinking wine tonight, which...
Oh, I'm
we haven't
drinking
done-
vodka,
Okay,
bitch.
you're drinking vodka.
I'm doing a diet, and I'm drinking all the vodka.
Okay, so you're doing a weight loss challenge.
And I don't even drink anymore. I think I'm already tipsy.
Okay, that's good.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's good. You
She's
deserve
gonna
that. That's the best.
I remember when I first recorded, I was like slurring my words.
Oh gosh, girl.
Slur
There were
episode.
like...
Slur
I think
episode.
episode 2 or 3.
There's a lot of episodes.
That
I'm
episode
like,
was just horrible.
That's okay.
Timo was sloshed.
That is true. I do remember that.
I was
episode.
passing out.
Mhm. That did happen. Check it out. Leave
Red's
a
like, you
review.
gonna be okay? Are you
Are
okay?
you okay? You're breathing?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Get your
Oh
Uber.
my god, how embarrassing.
But we try our best each episode. We're not perfect.
Right.
Right.
We're a baby podcast, and we're just trying to have fun.
Wait, and let me tell you, we have really, really improved. Let me tell you why. Because I edit, and in the first few episodes, let's just say 10, I might be highballing it. I spent hours and hours editing just because I'm the perfectionist and I want to and I was learning the system and everything like that. I barely have to edit now.
That's nice.
Barely. It's the silences between stop and record. That's what I'm editing out.
Yeah.
Like, we are so, like, right on the button.
I could never edit.
I'm proud of you girls.
Oh, I'm just I'm not patient. You're way more patient than I am. I couldn't do that. I'd be like, that's great. Send.
Yeah.
Go. I know, me too.
Yeah. There were a couple times that I was like, all right, Trish, just give up. Like, that's... This is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah.
You did the best you could to make it sound good.
And then when I listen to it, and it always sounds great in my car. And then when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, all right, that doesn't sound too bad. Like, yeah.
You know, what's been nice with social media is with a lot of podcasts, I'm noticing they're all having the same feelings that we're having. The struggle is real. Like, you know, how do we do better? How do we sound better? How do we make it more entertaining? Right? Like, we're all in this together. We're not alone in this.
Right.
And time and time again, I hear the same thing. Just have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Just have fun. And I always think, we have fun.
We do have fun.
Right? We look forward to talking.
We look for. I
like, this
love
is
it.
fun.
I look forward to it. It's like, and then, you know, Red, you post on, you know, recording day, and I'm like, yeah, the fuck it is.
Yeah, bitch.
It is recording day.
I guess we're recording now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying the ride. Let's do that.
Yeah. That's definitely
with all the stress and bullshit we all have, because we all work really hard and we all have stress and different things going on. It's nice to have that thing that you look forward to over and over again.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's good for the soul.
Oh my gosh. Can I just talk about episode 22?
Which episode was
this was
22?
the one that we just did. It was me and you. Dre was off doing her
Saving a Life.
Yes.
Stop being lazy, Dre. Jesus.
I almost peed my pants because there's this part that was so funny. So you're telling your story and you're talking about how they found like traces of this green substance.
Oh yeah.
And
algicide.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, huh? And you're all, huh? And it is just those two little grunts.
I know.
Oh my God. I had to stop and listen to it like 3 or 4 different times. And then I listened to it in the car and I'm just like cracking up in the car. I'm just like, oh my God, just those two little, like, was so hilarious. I loved it. That was
So
so
we
fun.
listened on the way home from San Diego. I was like, babe, can we listen to this? Because he doesn't ever get a chance to listen to us.
Does he want to?
He loves it. Are you kidding me? He's like, oh, I love these girls.
My hubby has never listened to one episode.
Oh, no, he needs to.
What?
No. I'm embarrassed because I think he'll be like, what are you talking about?
Oh, no.
Go on with your story.
We're driving home from San Diego. It's like a 4-hour drive, probably longer. And then I'm like, put it on, let's listen. I'm like, they're going to talk about the Be the Match stuff. And so he's like, yeah, so we listened to it. And when you guys did the thing, he's cracking up. He's like, I love your friends.
That makes me so happy.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I love that. That's so funny. Because that's like just raw entertainment. Yeah. Like, it was like, what? Like, huh? And it's like so entertaining. Yeah, I loved it. That was so good.
I heard other podcasts do, and this kind of blew my mind.
Oh, no,
They script it. They have scripts.
What?
Yes,
oh, really?
yes. Yeah, I saw a couple people saying, oh, we're working on our scripts. We got to stick to the scripts. It's like, what?
Oh,
that's not fun.
No, that's not
Shit
fun.
pops into my head like crazy.
Yeah,
I can't talk about it. What fun is that?
That's too much work. That's like, you better not have a job. Because if you have a job to write a script and have a podcast and do all you need to do.
Maybe they're writers.
If they're writers, like, that would make sense.
Maybe. Okay, let's not judge so hard, and I won't.
Yeah. All right. Well, we go off our notes. I mean, we write notes for our stories.
Yes, absolutely.
But our banter, all this is just raw.
This is raw comedy.
Yes,
funny
it is.
or not.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So anything else special happen this week? I can't think of anything.
That's kind of a bummer, man. Oh, my baby girl turned 18.
Oh.
Yay.
Red has an 18-year-old child. Adult child now. Yeah.
Scary.
It's kind of an anniversary as parents. We've been parents for 18 years. Our daughter is an adult.
That's so crazy.
It is mind-blowing. And I think about, in a couple years, our son will be turning 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll still be in my 30s. I don't know what we're going to do.
That's awesome, though.
I don't know what we're going to do.
I have that to look forward to for the next 17 and a half years.
She's crazy.
Different places in life.
Oh, God.
I'll still be there.
Yet I'm older than you. That's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. I just...
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. It was very hard, though, starting so young. Well, you started young with Ricky, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like the payoff is coming.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll still be young,
Well, I pray that you become very independently wealthy and you can just travel the world at 40.
Gosh. Yeah. I would love that.
I
don't even have a passport.
Take us with you. We'll be doing.
Do you have a passport?
No, I don't have a passport.
Okay.
I mean, I have one. It's expired.
Where are we going?
It's expired.
On a free cruise that we have to pay for flights.
Yeah, I think my passport has been expired for so long where I think I have to like reapply.
Yeah, mine
but,
too.
Yeah, but it's all right.
The last place I went was Cancun, and it was in 2006. So I need
you because we're going to CrimeCon in May.
Yeah.
You need to get your real ID now too.
I
Think
know.
about that.
I heard
because
it's a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, we won't be able to fly in the United States without your real ID.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, starting 2020.
Okay. Homework.
Yeah,
real IDs.
My birthday's in March, and I just got my little notification that I need to renew my license this year. So I just
renewed it, but guess what?
Yeah, now you got to go back and do the real ID.
No, I didn't change the address. It's my old address.
Why would you not do that?
Because I'm an idiot. So I have to go and knock on the door. It's up the street. I'm going to knock on the door and be like,
So they mail. You guys don't have a change of address thing?
I don't think it's going to be sent here. Sweating. Well, maybe because our other DMV, like for registration, comes here.
It should. But they know who you are, right?
Maybe you did it and you just don't remember.
It's the wrong address on my ID now. Shit. So you would think that they would send it that address.
So when you moved here, you didn't change it?
Yeah. You don't.
Okay, I feel like a lot of judgment here.
Yeah.
I don't do anything right.
I am judging a little bit because your mail is very important, even though I hate fucking paper mail. I hate it with a passion.
I have very bad ADD. So I want to get things done. I just can't get things done. That's definitely one of the things I struggle with. Mm-hmm. Ugh, it's the worst.
Maybe that's me.
So I'm going to knock on the door and be like, hey...
But do they know who you are?
Something from the DMV. They're my in-laws neighbors.
Oh, right. They know who you are. If they get it, they're going to walk. They should walk their asses over here and be like, hey,
I know this.
Hey, I got your license.
You, and now I have to apply for the real ID. Yeah. I definitely need to have a passport.
Yeah.
It is very important to have a passport.
It is.
If you guys want to go on a free cruise, we can all be in the same room. You got to pay for your flights though, and they're so expensive.
Let's play Can we start playing the lottery then and see?
No.
And we'll share it 3 ways.
No.
33 cents. We got $1 scratcher. We can win.
You talked me into it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. So should we talk about some paranormal fucking shit?
I'm burning my success candle.
Yes, you are.
Do you guys feel successful
this year? Yeah.
I like that.
I have. Yeah. So far, I think so.
I went back to work this week, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good girl. Do you want me to go?
Please.
For once?
I'm sorry, I'm getting notifications about skates. You don't want to go first?
No, definitely I'll go first.
She wants to go first.
I want you to go first.
Okay.
Because I like going second.
Okay, great.
Okay,
great. I just didn't know because of the vodka if you were going to make it. I think
it's going to make this story better. My body feels so warm and gooey.
Okay, so I have a little bit of Dre's favorite.
I'm going to eat the shit out of everything.
I'm going to have some pronunciations and accents going on a little bit. So, yeah.
Give it to me, baby.
Okay. So, I think you guys might know a little bit of this or what came of this, or you might not know anything about this. So, it's going to kind of freak you out a little bit.
Wait, let me grab a White Claw.
Okay. Me and Dre will talk amongst ourselves.
I gotta get to the White Claw.
She's going at her own pace. Do you want me to grab it for you?
No, I can do this.
Are you opening it with your feet?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just dragging it with your feet.
My back is out. I'm weak. Okay, hold on.
Stand by.
Hey, never let anyone tell you can't get a White Claw from the floor.
This is what happens when we drink alcohol.
How much sugar is in that White Claw?
Lifting that.
Is there sugar in this bitch?
I don't know.
No,
there isn't.
White Claw is keto friendly and all
everything's
those
fine.
Yeah,
even better.
There was a second there.
What a great birthday gift.
Don't look at my nose.
I'm not.
100 calories, gluten free, 2 carbs, made pure. It says.
I'm gonna have the black cherry.
Very nice.
Oh, you know what we need?
Don't drop that. Whatever you do.
A refrigerator in here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We'll eventually get one.
I want one of those retro ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know I just love retro.
Yeah.
I know.
That'll be so cute in here.
We should paint the wall.
We should. I just thought that in my mind.
What's happening?
Literally, you said it before I said it.
What color do you want?
Red?
No.
Ah!
What about a teal blue, like an aqua?
Like Tiffany blue?
Oh
I
god.
like the success candle.
I know, dude. No, it's my
We're reading our minds.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
that.
if you guys want to
It's
come over
that
for a
stuff.
paint party, feel free.
That would be awesome.
Okay, let's
I
do
would
it.
do it.
Okay, so buckle up. I'm gonna
Buckle
tell.
up.
Buckle up, bitches.
I'm gonna tell you about Annalisa Michaud.
What?
Okay, so this is how it's spelled. Okay, Anneliese. So Annalise, but she pronounces it Annalisa.
Oh, she's a fancy bitch.
And then the last name is Michel. So people have pronounced it Michael or Mitchell.
Or
But it's Michelle.
Michelle.
And she's it's German.
Oh, Michelle with the U.
I thought it was
Yeah.
French. I was going
Nope,
French.
I know, right? Nope. Okay. So her true life story inspired the 2005 movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Shut your dirty whore mouth right now.
Did you see that movie?
I am... Stuff like this freaks me out. Because I always go,
I
is it
told
real?
you.
Is it not real? Is
I
it
told
real? Is it-
you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Yes.
It's fucking so crazy.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing that really scares me is anything like demonic possession, this kind of stuff. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about it on a podcast.
You're
Of
going
course
to do
you
a
are.
demonic possession?
I have brought the sage, so if we need to, we can just sage the room like afterwards.
We
Okay.
were going to do a...
I think we need to sage this room. Because I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
that table's... that chair keeps moving and making...
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's sage the chair. We're going to
We're gonna
sage the
sage
fuck
this
out of
room.
you. All right.
Okay, fuck you, chair.
Okay, so I'm going to
Don't.
call her Annalisa. That's how she pronounces it, okay? So Annalisa was born September 21st, 1952 in Bavaria, Germany. And she was brought up a devout Catholic to the point where she went to Mass twice a week.
Why?
Yeah.
But why, though?
She was
If you're
feeling-
devout.
I've been to Catholic church once in my life, or I can say, and that was enough for me.
For your lifetime.
I grew up Catholic, so I had my first communion. I did my confirmation. I
Do you
did
have a
all
picture
that. I do.
Of your first
I
communion?
do.
Just show it to me immediately. This is really good.
Really?
Black cherry, white claw. Okay, new
So it's gonna be
sponsor.
dangerous, right?
Just kidding. We
Yeah.
have no sponsorship.
Well, let's try and get that one because that would be bomb.
That's our goal for 2020.
bomb diggity
Yeah.
bomb. All right, so but when I became an adult, I decided to renounce the Catholic faith.
Did you have a
And-
renouncing ceremony? I renounce you.
I just quit it,
Oh, okay.
and then I became a Christian. So I got rebaptized in the Christian faith and all that good stuff. So, anyways, but I can totally see how if you're devout, and this is in the 50s, so I can see.
They take it very seriously, yes. yes.
Right. Okay. So one day at school when she was 16, she blacked out and she walked around in some type of trance and she doesn't remember anything about it. But her friends were like, you were really fucking weird.
Oh, no.
So that happened. And then for a whole year, nothing happened to her. It was just like some weird episode, right?
So this one thing happened and then nothing else happened for a year. Okay.
Yep. So then when she was 17, it happened again, but this time she was in bed at home and she even started having a seizure and her body was like kind of frailing around and shaking and everything. She wet herself and she was really freaked out about that.
Low blood sugar, maybe some
Maybe, I
orange
don't,
juice.
yeah.
Maybe too much to drink.
There you go.
That happens sometimes.
Well, she
Nailed
was
it.
only 17.
I'm just kidding.
Did you know me when I was 17? For sure pissing
Right, well,
myself.
she was a little Catholic girl, so I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
right.
we were living different lives,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she had a couple more of these and she went to the doctor and she was soon diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy.
I was going to say epilepsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was given anti-convulsion drugs and they didn't seem to help her at all, period.
Aw, honey bunny.
So temporal lobe epilepsy is a disorder that causes seizures, loss of memory, and visual and auditory hallucinations.
The same as drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
like, we need to look into this.
Okay. You might pee yourself if you drink too much.
I have in my sister's car.
Oh God, everybody!
And they immediately sold the car.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that.
Stephanie has put up with a lot. So.
Oh, we love you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Love you, girl. All right, so in 1973, she graduated from high school and she went to college at the University of Würzburg.
What was that?
Würzburg.
Say it again.
Würzburg.
I love you.
I like it. I like the way you say that.
All right.
So does Robert.
Okay, but soon she went into a deep depression. She was withdrawn. And then she looked towards her religion, and she's basically prayed all the time in school. Okay. Really?
More wine, please. Send money
more.
for wine.
This is your third
No, it's not.
glass.
No, it's not.
And I'm barely halfway down with my first glass.
No, it's not.
We need money for wine. Check out the Patreon page.
It's so good. It's all. I'll bring the box next time. That's 4 bottles.
You'll bring your box next time?
Yep, I'll bring my box. Because my box is already brought in.
Oh, she brought it.
All right, so then she and her health began to deteriorate, and then the hallucinations started.
Oh no! Is she taking her medication?
She is taking her medication.
And
it's just not helping. Yeah. So she said that she saw the face of the devil wherever she went. And demons would whisper in her ears that she was damned and that she was going to die and rot in hell.
Jeez, that would really mess up my day.
Yeah. It just gets worse. Okay. She tried to get help from a psychiatric hospital. They did help her a little bit, but she only got worse.
This was back in the day, right?
This is like
you would think maybe electroshock.
This is in the 70s, yeah.
Therapy maybe was still around.
Yeah, they didn't go to that extreme yet. But, this is still, new in that field. So whatever. So she soon, this is crazy. She soon became intolerant to religious places and things like crucifixes.
And she was super religious.
Right. So she couldn't walk into holy places. She couldn't look at a cross. And this is when she finally decided that she believed that she was being possessed by the devil or possessed by a demon.
Honey. Did she have sex and she was just feeling really guilty about it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Catholic guilt, man. That's a real thing.
I'm going to get more into, at the end of this, we're gonna have a discussion, but okay. So
we'll discuss.
Okay. So buckle up.
Okay.
Annalisa sought out help from some priests. She's like, look, I'm fucking possessed. I need help. What did these fuckers do? They rejected her requests and told her, go see a doctor. Okay. So then she went cray-cray.
She went cray-cray?
She went cray-cray. She had these serious meltdowns. Okay. So she would rip her clothes off. She would compulsively exercise daily with like 400 squats a day.
No! I bet her ass looked amazing.
Right? She would crawl on the ground, go under the table. She barked like a dog for 2 days straight.
No, baby.
She ate bugs.
What?
She ate coal.
Why?
And she even bit the head off a dead bird.
This devil made her
Stop. The devil.
She even peed on the floor. She peed on the floor.
I have done that though, but
and she licked it up.
Stop it! No.
Yeah.
Why though? I saw my mother-in-law suck up a margarita off of her own once, but this is different. We're talking about pee. She's gonna kill me.
She doesn't listen. She doesn't.
I'll never look at her the same again.
Yeah, right.
As I'm writing this, I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Can I ask so she's 17 at the time.
Right.
Okay. So sad. You would think, okay, schizophrenia, maybe, but this is different.
Right. And this is what there's so much controversy in this whole story of her life, which we'll get to.
Okay.
I
feel bad for her.
So finally, her mother found a priest that believed in her, and his name was Ernst Alt. It's
great name.
Right.
Great name.
And he petitioned to the bishop and was given permission to do an exorcism. But it had to be local priest Arnold Renz that did it, and it had to be done in total secrecy.
I was going to ask, I know this is kind of a silly question because you were raised Catholic, right? Is that something that all priests like kind of know, like they could be called upon to do something like that and they know how to do it or no?
No.
Okay.
I don't know this from being a Catholic. I just know this from watching all the fucking horror shows and shit that I've watched.
The Omen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have. Well, you know what? No, you know what? I think there is. I think now they have to take a class on it.
Yeah.
They have to know how to do it.
But if they've never put it into practice, they may not have put it into practice.
How often is a priest getting called out?
Let me tell you, there's so much secrecy in the Catholic.
What?
The Vatican.
Okay, I feel like you're just making stuff up. Now,
they keep so much shit from us. Yeah, I don't know.
Open book.
Yeah.
Open book.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Growing up as a kid, I didn't even know what exorcism was, being in the Catholic faith and knowing all that. So, I know there was a hell and a heaven. There was God and the devil, but that's basically it. I don't remember anything more about that.
Yeah.
So, but there is like special, like in the movies, there is like a special dude that's like, a special sector of the church that
just that's what I'm saying.
Just
like,
deals
there's a
with
special somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he travels and he goes everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but how much of that is true or not in the real Catholic faith?
I bet it's real true.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe. We should try to
this shit scares
the
fuck out of me. Let me just tell you, I'm like the horror paranormal girl, but like this like exorcist shit.
When it comes to religion, I'm fucking freaked out. Like it gets me. I like watching horror movies and stuff. Like Friday the 13th all day long. Halloween, yes.
Halloween's my favorite.
Bring me something that could be real.
Yeah.
That has to do with the church.
I couldn't watch The Exorcist for so many years.
Yeah, I never watched the whole thing.
What?
Never?
I mean, until I was older.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like in my 20s, no way.
Yeah.
Like even Constantine scared the shit out of me.
That's a great movie. It's one of my hubby's favorite movies.
Really? Keanu?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah.
I know. He's so funny.
Oh, yeah. I love him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So now buck up some more because...
Do what?
Yeah, buckle up.
I thought you said buck up.
Buck up.
Hey, buck up, bruh.
Buck up.
Buck up, man.
Yo, buck up.
Can you drink my blood curd? Buck up.
That should be one of our new things.
Buck up.
Buck up.
Hey, buck up.
Buck up. Buck up.
Buck up, okay?
Why do you sound like a 20-year-old man?
So watch double, whatever, the E wrestling show, man.
Hey, buck up,
this
man.
is like when I make fun of Ricky's voice and he's like, I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do, bruh.
Yeah, you do. You sound like that.
Exactly like that, bruh.
Oh my god, I love our teenage boys. They're so funny. Oh my god.
The best.
Okay, so little history on exorcisms. Exorcisms have been around for a very, 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 very long time. In the 1500s, the Catholic Church said that to expel the demons from whoever they were possessing, they had to say, Vade retro Santana.
That was beautiful.
Which is Latin, but I don't think I said it in a Latin accent.
I liked your face while you were saying it with the hands out.
I think I said it in like a Latina accent and not like a Latin accent. But it means go back, Satan.
Sure.
Okay, so that was their thing. Okay.
Next time my mom does it right.
Yeah. Go back, Satan, yeah.
So modern day, they're very, very rare. But back in the 1970s, interest peaked in the practice of exorcisms because of the books and movies that came out, such as The Exorcist.
So peak time 1970s.
Yeah, 1970s.
I think a lot of fun things happened in the 1970s.
Yeah, right around. I was born in the 70s.
Me too.
Fun thing.
Hey.
Fun thing. I was not.
I know. You're an 80s girl.
80s, baby.
Okay. So, now we're gonna get to the exorcism shit. Okay.
Give it to me, baby.
Okay. You're gonna freak the fuck out, and I'm not giving nothing to you.
Oh, my back feels much better.
I'm so glad.
That's
I think
good.
I'm probably in pain, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, so her first session started on September 24th, 1975. Over the next 10 months, they did these exorcism sessions 1 to 2 times a week.
Who has the time?
They lasted up to 4 hours apiece. They did up to 67 total.
Oh, no.
You would think that they would get to 10 and be like, it's not working.
67. Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you go,
I don't
it's
know.
not working?
Okay,
Maybe
all right.
40?
Right.
Or 50?
Yeah, okay.
Bring in the pros.
So during these sessions, she would constantly say that she was, and this is a quote, dying to atone for the wayward youth of the day and the apostate priests of the modern church.
Oh,
so
shit.
Apostate means abandoning your religion.
Yeah.
So she's basically saying, I'm gonna die for these like kids that are fuckers.
All kids are fuckers.
And
yes,
these priests that are fucking like molesting kids and shit. Because they were doing that back then.
What?
Yeah.
Just back
Okay,
then?
I don't know about that. I'm just kidding.
Okay, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse, you guys.
Sure.
Okay. So she said that she was possessed by 5 demons. And she named them Lucifer, Cain,
What?
Judas,
Jesus.
Hitler,
Oh, God.
Nero.
Oh, there's a Hitler?
Yes, Hitler. Well, the real Hitler.
Yeah.
He is a demon in hell. And then there was a
Are you sure?
Yes. Then there was a 6th one, Valentin Fleischmann, and he was from the 1500s. He was a priest that was kicked out of the church for doing things. And she specifically said the things that he did that she would have no fucking knowledge of.
Oh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So they would talk through her in different voices, and they would argue with each other at the same time.
That's so creepy. Can you imagine one person speaking for like 5 different people?
Yes.
If I was a priest in on this like moment, I'd be like, "I out, bye."
That's the thing I was thinking about today. I'm like,
yeah,
how are you not fucking shitting your pants?
If you think you're hearing Hitler,
you're still human, you know.
Fuck that. Okay, so listen to this. Yeah, so listen to this, you guys.
Your eyelashes look really good.
So Hitler, she's saying this, okay, verbally saying this as Hitler. She says people are stupid as pigs. Okay, now she's speaking this is all in German, okay? Mm-hmm. And then Judas hops in, and Judas says, "You have a big mouth." And then he says, "He has no real say in hell." Oh. This is from some fucking crazy ass shit, yeah. Now, during this craziness, they had to tie her down, whatever, so she actually broke her bones.
No.
She ripped all her tendons in her knees because she would like jump to the ground and try to pray all the time.
What?
Yeah. And then she refused to eat. And she ended up dying from malnutrition and dehydration on July 1st, 1976.
That's awful.
She was only 23 years old.
She was 23. She was a little baby.
Aww.
Yeah.
She was doing all the squats and like eating and exorcisms.
So they did an autopsy on her, and they said that for this whole period of the year, almost a year, she was in a semi-starvation state. And they did an autopsy on her brain, and they actually did not find any type of epilepsy at all, not even on a microscopic level.
Because there's spots, right? There's spots that you would find. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
So if she didn't have fucking epilepsy, then what the fuck was happening? Okay, if you're going to go scientific or if you're going to go, your beliefs. Okay.
Can you see schizophrenia?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So when she died, she was only 68 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yes.
At 23? Oh, that's scary.
She couldn't walk without assistance. And then they said at the end that she had also caught pneumonia. So it was like just a big clusterfuck of shit that happened right before she died.
68 pounds.
That's
68
scary.
pounds. Mm-hmm.
Like Aurora's like 60 pounds.
She was a pretty tall. She was a pretty tall girl, and there's pictures that are horrifying. Horrifying.
I need to see them now.
This makes me so sad.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah. So it even gets better. In 1976, her parents and the priests were all charged with neglect and homicide.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Negligent homicide is what it was called. And it became a shit show in Germany. Like, it was a national sensation. It was like this huge fucking, like, deal, right? So,
they were charged with homicide?
Yes, negligent homicide.
Damn. Negligent homicide.
Because she personally was rejecting medical help.
Yes.
But they were saying that she was so to the point where she couldn't make decisions for herself. So they should have stepped in and got medical help.
Like put her in a G-tube.
Well, exactly. Like back in that day, she would have had electric shock. It would have been just... And she knew that, and she didn't want that. So...
I mean, if you know you're possessed by all these fucking demons, you'd want to die too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but putting up my mom hat on here. If my child was this grotesquely small, not eating, oh, so sad. I would take her to the hospital and say, "You need a force feeder with a tube, right?"
Yeah, that picture.
Because I'll do anything for them.
She was so beautiful, and then she just turned into this, like,
poor baby.
So guess what they did during these sessions.
The exorcism sessions?
Yes, they audio taped them.
What? Do you have audio?
I don't have audio, but you can listen to them on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know if we can play them due to copyright, but yeah. Okay. But they're out there, and you can listen to the whole fucking thing. They're all in German. There is ones with English subtitles. I'm going to talk about that in a second because I have my own opinion regarding that. So let me tell you. Okay. So the two priests, they went to court. The two priests were found guilty of manslaughter and sentenced to 6 months in jail. But that was suspended, and they were just fined and given 3 years of probation.
Okay.
The parents were found guilty, but were exempted from punishment because there is a German law that basically says that they have suffered enough from the loss of a child that they don't need to go to jail. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So after the trial, her parents were granted permission to exhume her body because when she died, they basically just threw her in a cheap coffin and buried her. And I don't know what the reason was before that.
They thought she was
I don't know. I don't know why.
Possessed? Okay.
So, nearly 2 years later, on February 25th, 1978, she was reburied in a beautiful brand new oak coffin, and it was lined with tin. Now, I tried to...
Lined with tin?
Yeah, I tried to look it up. I searched it, like tin. I found every other fucking metal besides tin, like lead and this and that. So let's just say lead. They would bury people in coffins lined with lead because it kept the moisture out, it preserves the body longer, and it stops the smell and toxins from escaping into the atmosphere. Okay. Especially if you're going to have a above ground, some type of tomb.
Okay.
But I don't know what the tin thing had to do. I mean, I tried to, I looked, and I don't know if you can search and see, but I looked and looked today, and I couldn't find anything.
Oh, look.
So her grave has become and still remains today a pilgrimage site. People go to her grave all the time. They write notes to her. They sing songs. They pray. Yeah. So exorcisms decreased in Germany because of this story. And in 1999, Pope John Paul II made the rules very, very strict, allowing exorcism only in rare cases. And then in June of 2013, a fire broke out in her home. And then another shit show arose. People were saying that it had to be arson, but then also people were saying it had some type of link due to the demons and the exorcism and all that good stuff. So, let's talk about The Exorcism of Emily Rose, the movie that was loosely based on Annalisa. Yeah. Okay. So, this movie is about a lawyer played by Laura Linney.
My hubby has the biggest crush on Laura Linney.
And she's just badass in this movie,
when we watch Love Actually, he's all about it.
She's so badass in this movie, too. So, she represents the priest that was involved in the death of a young woman who he performed an exorcism on. It's based on modern day in America. So they're kind of switching it up a little bit. It becomes a shit show court case, very much like Annalisa's case, okay? The movie goes back and forth from the court case to Emily Rose's life, her exorcism, her death. And then the movie, she was only 19 when she dies. So they kind of like switched that up a little bit. And then there's one part in the movie where Emily Rose screams all the names of her demons were exactly the same demons that Annalisa was possessed by. And, dude, there's part where they show her fucking eating the bugs. They show her crawling around like a freak. Yeah. And it's so creepy. Yeah, it's so creepy. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put my 2 cents in. Was she really possessed? Or was she really just physically and mentally ill? Okay. I don't have an opinion on this because I hope that possession isn't a real thing because that fucking shit scares the fuck out of me. But if you go and listen to the tapes on YouTube, I don't know how, because there's clips where they play her talking as her normal self and then clips of her like...
Can you pull it up? Can we listen to it and then give our reaction?
Yeah. Should we pause and do that?
Yeah.
And then, okay. So, okay, guys. So we're going to, why don't you do this along with us? Go to YouTube, look up the Annalisa Mitchell, Michael, whatever tapes, listen to them, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Let's do that. Okay. So we listened to it. And this is what I sound like right before I start my period. There's nothing supernatural about it.
Sounds like
pretty sure they just recorded me.
Trying to push a poop out.
So Red couldn't get through it. She was kind of done. This is like the 5th time I've heard it today because I just freaking researched the shit out of it and watched like everything on YouTube. Well, you know, BuzzFeed does a hilarious like thing on it. Like there's these 2 dudes, there's a believer, there's a skeptic, they're sitting in the park, they're just being buddies.
I'm so on this.
And and then they have their dialogue, which is kind of like texted, like in between like the video shoots, and it's great. So just check that one out. BuzzFeed, Annalise Mitchell possession, whatever. Okay, so what was your opinion? Is it like real? Do you think that she's like what? I want to hear what you guys think before I put my belief into this.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
I think it would be really difficult to keep up what she's doing for a long period of time. You said, 67 times?
Like 4 hours twice a day.
Like, to me, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
Right? But a lot of things that she did blows my mind.
Right.
The message that she's sending, right, is really more pro-religion, pro-church.
Right.
Yeah.
Not...
And that was my question throughout the whole thing. Because, okay, first of all, she was a devout Catholic. Okay? She prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. So why someone like that would be possessed to begin with, number one? Like, why would evil choose her? It makes sense in a way because it's like, okay, I'm going to prove to you that I'm stronger than your God, or, you know, whatever. Right. I'm taking all like the devil's advocate, pun intended. But because she was such a devout Catholic, the shit she's saying in this demon voice is almost like she's like, our religion has to change. Our faith has to change. Yeah. Everybody needs to change.
It wasn't a message from Hitler.
Right.
No.
Right. No.
You know
it was like, the priests need to do this.
Right.
The bad people need to do this. You need to go to confession. You know, there's the whole even
if
abortion.
If she was my daughter, I'd hear her be like, you need to stop and go to your fucking room. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy because the shit she's saying, the shit she is saying in context doesn't make sense as what a demon or a devil would be wanting to say. Like, if I am the devil and I'm going to possess a human being and I want my point across, I'm not going to say, hey, let's go to church. Hey, let's do this. You know, I'm going to be like,
need to do a better job.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
So maybe she was mentally ill. Maybe she was severely mentally ill. She was physically ill on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's what happened.
There was theories out there. Like 67 sessions of this. They just started feeding her, and maybe she was into it. She's like, yeah, look at all the attention I'm getting. Yes, this, whatever. I'm hoping that's what it was, because that scientifically makes sense.
Yeah, I think
the whole possession of demons doesn't make sense to us, because we don't know. We don't know if that is real. We don't know if that's true. There's a lot of people out there who would be like, fuck yeah, it is true. She was fucking possessed. And it would make sense, because how can she do that with her voice for so long? That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Trey? You listen to
it?
No,
I agree. I think she's a very good actress.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that she's trying to, through her own pain, and she was just trying to get her point across, no matter what it took. And she was just trying to, as much as it hurt her voice.
It probably got out of hand.
I mean, can you imagine 4 hours twice a day? That's 8 hours. It's a full-time fucking job.
Yeah.
But I think that at all costs, she was trying to get that point across and trying to make everybody as devout as she was.
Mm-hmm.
And
when you're mentally ill, it makes sense. When you're that mentally ill, you do not want to friggin' eat. You do not want to take care of yourself. Right. You do not want to do anything like that. And maybe it just got way out of control, where she just basically lost sight of everything and just...
And when you're so malnourished like that, the brain breaks down.
Yeah, it does. Clearly. It does, yeah.
And I think you get to a point where it's like, fuck, I've lied this long. I've got to see this through.
Yes. We've all told lies in our life, and then it spirals. And it's a snowball, and you're like, who the fuck am I?
That breaks my heart, because she died.
Yeah. She needed mental help. That's what she needed.
So anyways.
Thanks a lot, Timo.
I know. Sorry. That's the story of that. But check out don't check out the videos. They're not real. They say, oh, real life videos. It's not her. It's all acting. The audio tapes are real. Check them out. Get your own opinion. Email us. Let us know. You can find us on social media. DM us. Slide into the DM.
Slide in the DM.
Tell us. I'm really, really curious to hear what you guys think about.
Yeah. Everyone listening, please send us a message.
Let's start up a dialogue. This will be cool.
Yeah.
I love
it. All right. Yay. Okay. All right.
I'm so excited.
So am I.
Okay, so this was actually a selection by the Hubs. He brought it up.
He's had quite a few of those, and he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Okay, he does all the work. I do nothing. I'm just kidding.
He doesn't have to.
He's just supportive. So he brought up the North Hollywood shootout, right? And we all know what the North Hollywood shootout is.
God.
No, you don't. No, you don't. There's so much to learn. I really love.
I want to be blown away.
Yay!
Oh my God!
We just talked about this last week about the North Hollywood shooting. Something happened at that Bank of America last week.
What
I can't
happened?
remember. Something happened. I will tell you in a few.
Okay.
Dre's doing her job.
I'm here.
Okay, so you have the gist of what happened. We all have the gist of what happened.
Right.
But I watched movies, listened to podcasts, did research. So I want to give a shout out. Case File did an amazing job on this. There's a movie called 44 Minutes that was like, There's some YouTube videos that give a breakdown. I mean, you can look up footage of this, and there's a lot of audio, like all over the place. That maybe we can send out. That anyone can listen to.
From their walkies and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And the video footage of the helicopter, the police helicopter, it's just, Okay, so the way I'm going to do this story is I'm going to give some background as to how this all came to be.
Okay.
Okay, because we don't talk about that.
I don't even have a clue.
That's right.
Okay.
In 1967, Larry Phillips Sr. was arrested for grave degradation. Do you know what that is?
The fuck? No.
Okay, so this motherfucker got drunk and thought it would be a fun prank to get into a grave and pull the head off a dead body.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
This a-hole.
Wait, how do you even do that?
He was drunk and he found a way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he was arrested. Thank God.
Oh shit. All right. Good times.
Okay. So in 1968, Phillips was paroled, but is arrested 3 months later for robbing a gas station. He is then sent to a psychiatric hospital, but they didn't give reasons why. They didn't say what happened.
Because he fucking dug himself in a grave and pulled a fucking skeleton dead head out.
Timo, I cannot
Oh my
say.
God.
I cannot guess.
Oh my God.
Okay. 10 months later, Phillips escaped from the hospital. He said, "Peace out. I'm done with Jello. Bye, bitches." He left.
I'm kind of digging this guy now.
So, Phillips, he hooks up with his criminal girlfriend, Dorothy Clay, and they go to California. And so when I heard about, like, their lifestyle, it's a very criminal lifestyle that they lived, I thought about, like, the Natural Born Killers, and I still haven't seen it.
Oh, my God.
I have a feeling that's how they were living their life, just, like, out of control.
You want to watch it tonight?
Fine, okay, fine. Are there snacks involved?
Please.
All right.
Is it that good?
It's so good.
Is it?
And I will sing and talk along.
Let's do it.
I guess they're singing now.
All right.
Okay.
Or Bonnie and Clyde, basically, almost.
Like a Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes,
They're both
basically.
criminals up in here,
excellent.
Dorothy and Larry Phillips. In 1970, Larry Jr. is born. Phillips and Clay break up.
What?
And in 1976 in Denver, Phillips is arrested at Larry Jr.'s 6th birthday party. Somebody tipped the FBI off, and they showed up to little Larry's birthday to arrest Daddy.
Oh,
Honey, Daddy escaped a hospital, and now he's got to go bye-bye for a long time. So that could really fuck up a birthday party.
Yeah, and fuck up the kid, too, dude.
Party's over. Yeah. So in 1980, Larry and Dorothy's divorce was done.
Mm-hmm.
No more natural born killer fun stuff. Okay. So in 1986, Dorothy and little Larry moved to Los Angeles. I'm going to call him Little Larry because it's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I love Little Larry.
Okay. So little Larry only went to school until the 9th grade. I feel like maybe he should have gone longer.
Okay.
Okay. Don't fight with me here.
Okay.
But he stopped in the 9th grade. He got married to his girlfriend Sharon Sitites, and they had...
What?
Not in the 9th grade, girl.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "I do." And she's like, "I do."
Well, come on. You know our kids.
No.
I'm in love.
She's the one. And then the next day, like, who are you talking about? What you saying? They had 2 children together. Okay, so little Larry really wanted to be a bodybuilder. And back then was the Arnold Schwarzenegger time. Everyone wanted to be him.
Yeah.
Buck up, man. He said buck up to everyone he met.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. So little Larry would drive 2 hours to Venice Beach and do the whole Gold's Gym
The
thing.
Muscle Beach thing,
He
right?
did it for fucking years. I'm sure
Was he ripped? Was he like...
Yes, he was ripped, and I'm sure his wife loved that he spent all of his time doing that.
Oh my gosh.
She's like,
All
I
right.
made a right decision marrying him every day. Sure.
In 9th grade.
I'm sure.
Wow.
In 9th grade.
Ninth grade.
Timo. Okay.
Just kidding.
Need some White Claw. White Claw. Okay. So in 1990, little Larry tried to get his real estate license. It was his dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have a job now, not just work out and do protein. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So the real estate license company was like, go ahead and start working, and then we're going to do a background check, and then blah, blah, blah.
Work before the back.
Everything's going to be fine, right? Yeah, everything's going to be fine. No. It came back that he had been arrested before for shoplifting. Little Larry had gotten arrested before for shoplifting. So they wouldn't let him get his real estate license, and he was super fucking pissed about it.
Okay.
He was angry, and he was bitter. He said he hated society and establishment. And you have to remember, little Larry was raised by Bonnie and Clyde, where they hated cops, the establishment, and everybody.
Oh, God.
Right?
I could just imagine.
Oh, a nightmare.
Right.
He's a nightmare.
Oh, my God.
Oh
what
my
a fucking nightmare.
So he said, I'm not going to buck up. We're going to move back to Denver with the family. So that's what they did.
All right.
All right. Little Larry was a crafty son of a bitch, let me tell you.
Well,
I heard this story.
Papa Larry escaped from a psychiatric hospital, so come on.
True story.
Okay.
So Little Larry would tell real estate agents, I'm interested in buying this home. Okay, can you take me to look at this home? Great.
Oh, shit.
He would go to the home. He would watch the agent put in the code, for the keys and the lockbox.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then he would put ads in the paper for rentals. So people would come to rent a house. He would get the keys. He would show it around.
Like, I need your first and your last.
I need your first
and fuck
last.
you.
That's what he would do.
God.
He would take their first and last from these people trying to rent a home. Little Larry got arrested.
Oh, man.
He was arrested and he was looking at doing 2 years.
Oh, only? It's nothing.
Jump time.
Jump time! In 1992, he said, peace out. He left his wife and 2 kids.
Okay.
He skipped his court date and a warrant was put out for him. Mm-hmm. Larry said, peace out, you guys.
All right. Love it.
So back in his body,
his bald body.
Back in his bodybuilding days, Larry had
bald bodybuilding.
Well, but I think they're pretty bald.
They are
on their bodies, right?
They're
like some of them are.
They're like they shave it.
Yeah, they do. They shave it.
They shave it, wax it, do whatever they got to do. So
really?
Flip it up.
Yeah, because hair, they have to define their muscles. So you know.
I like how you're looking at your arm like you're
I'm doing my Popeye.
They call me Popeye.
What is that? Flip it up, smack it, flip it down.
That's exactly right. So back in his bodybuilding days, Larry had become friends with someone called Emilian Matasorano, but people called him Emil.
Oh, good.
Okay. Matasorano. So Emil was from Romania. He came to the U.S. in 1966. Emil had epilepsy.
Oh! Great way to bring it together.
It's all coming together with a big bang.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Right. So he was bullied like viciously.
Aww.
You know, he's from Romania. He has an accent. It's back in the day where people are full on dicks.
Mm-hmm.
And so he really got into firearms. Sure. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. I feel angry. I like guns. So that's what Emil did. He once got into an altercation. I feel really bad about this because everyone that knows me, I love senior citizens more than anything else in the world. His mother ran a business where she took care of elderly people, and he once got into an altercation with one of the older people, and ended up closing her business down. Oh, that made me so sad. Old people are the best in the West. Okay. That made me sad. So he did have a computer business back in 1988, but it fucking failed. And then he had a marriage that fell. So he had a goddamn chip on his shoulder too. Right? So then Larry went to LA, right? Because he left his family. Don't forget that. He left his fucking family. And he hooked up with Emil. And they said Larry ran the show. And Emil just did whatever the fuck Larry wanted. Because he wanted a friend. Yeah. Right? He was a total follower.
Right.
They said that Larry was obsessed with being rich and having money. That he would like sit outside like big expensive homes and just dream that he was like living there, like a vision board. He was doing a vision board
real life?
his. That's right.
Ugh.
That's correct.
That's fucking creepy. Can you imagine?
That is
the
creepy.
homeowner's like, what the fuck?
What are you doing? I'm you.
Get out my lawn.
Your life. They put the sprinklers on his sweater.
Take out my trash, bitch.
This isn't your life, bro. Buck up.
Dang.
So on July 20th, 1993, they did their first armed robbery. They robbed an armored car in Littleton, Colorado. There wasn't much on this. They just came up. They wore body armor. They had their like assault rifles with them. It was an in and out job, but it was an armored car that they hit up. On October 29th, 1993, this is kind of a big deal.
Okay.
They were pulled over by the Glendale police. So Sergeant Grimes questioned them.
Holla Glendale, that's where I grew up.
Do you know this officer?
Maybe.
Okay, probably mates. So, Sergeant Grimes was talking to the two men, and little Larry gave him a false name. And then Emil said that the car belonged to Larry's mom, and the guy had already run it and knew this was a rental car. It didn't belong to anyone. He knew they were fucking lying. So he had little Larry get out of the car, and he's patting him down, and he finds, like a rifle and a pistol on him. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to call for backup.
Yeah. Can we?
Call him back up. They get Emil out. They find weapons on him. And they find lots of shit in this fucking car. Listen to the goddamn shit they found in this.
That was blocked to his mother.
This is insane. So think about it. You're cops. You've got this car pulled over. Yeah. You open it up and this is what you find. 1,600 rounds of ammo. Ooh. 6 smoke bombs. Gas masks. A police scanner, hair color, body armor, 3 different license plates, money, and so on and so on.
Wow.
What were they planning?
Well, they were robbing armored cars at this point, right?
So they had their kit.
They had their kit and their money and all their shit.
Shit.
Right?
Right?
And so they were charged with conspiracy.
Right. Okay.
To commit robbery.
Okay.
So they were both arrested, and they were looking at 8 years each. But because they didn't say anything, both of them kept their mouths shut. And finally, when they were in court, they both said the same thing. They said, "Oh, our mask and hair color because we were going to a Halloween party.
Oh, right.
And we had the ammo because we were going to go to the shooting range, right?"
Okay.
And so they couldn't prove, that they were actually going to do anything.
That's smart.
So little Larry got sentenced to 90 days and probation. Emil was sentenced to 71 days in jail and probation, but both of them were let out immediately for time served.
Interesting.
Huh.
Fabulous. So do you guys remember when little Larry pulled that real estate fraud?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So once they were released, they got their sentences, but then they were released. It was a time that Denver could have said, "Whoa, we were looking for this fucker," right? Because he's got a warrant out for him. Let's bring him back. And they just said, "We're tired.
Really?
We don't want to do the paperwork."
Okay.
Yeah, so nothing happened with that. And I always think, listening to everything that happened, I always think, what if Denver had brought him back, had him in prison, would any of this have happened,
But I can see how they, it's real estate, whatever. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody died, nobody got hurt,
Whatever, Denver.
Yeah.
On June 14th, 1995, they hit another armored car, and this makes me really sad. So there was 2 guards together, Herman and Cortez, and they were making a drop off at the B of A on Roscoe Boulevard. Both guards were shot, and Emil and Larry got away with $122,000, and Herman died.
Oh,
sorry, Herman. Yeah. That made me so sad.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Dicks. Fucking dicks.
When was this again?
That one happened in 1995.
Okay.
We're working up to the big show, honey. Okay, so Larry and Emil decided it was time to up the ante and rob banks. Sure, why not?
They got $100,000. Come on.
$122,000.
Come on, guys. And that's a lot of money in the 90s. Come on.
Yeah. Larry wanted to be in a big house, y'all.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay. So, little Larry and Emil decided to up the ante and rob banks. So, on May 2nd, 1996, at 10 a.m., they went in a B of A in Van Nuys. They both used automatic weapons, and they shot through the teller door. And they're saying that the teller door is, bulletproof, but not for the weapons these motherfuckers had. It was gone in seconds.
Are you serious?
It was nothing.
Handgun.
Yes.
Still to this day, or back in that day?
Back in that
Okay.
day.
All right.
I don't know. I know nothing.
I hope it's better now.
Hopefully.
So they grabbed the manager. They had the manager open the vault, and they got $755,000 from that haul.
Oh, and that's
so then they got the name High Incident Bandits, which I think is a terrible name. Like, nobody sat down.
In the 90s, they said bandits?
Yeah, they called them the High Incident Bandits. What a lame-o name.
They thought they were in the 50s.
Yeah, like, they probably saw that name and like, dude, this is the worst fucking name. We're going to do worse things because this name is terrible. I don't know who thought of that shit. They didn't let me think of it.
They thought they were cool like Bonnie and Clyde. That's
very Bonnie and Clyde.
Bandits.
Bandits? The Wet Sock Bandits. What the fuck? I don't know. Okay, so on May 31st, 1996, Larry and Emil hit a B of A on Roscoe Boulevard. The same motherfucking B of A that they hit before.
For $700,000, right?
Right, and killed poor Herman. They went to the bank.
Oh, no, this is where they got the armored car.
Right. Okay. And then they decided, let's hit the bank.
Fuck.
The same place they had killed Herman.
And we all know this area so well.
Yeah. On Roscoe Boulevard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Teller was able to hit the silent alarm. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. She was probably fucking terrified, and she still did her job. They were all yelled at to get down. She did it before they had to do that. They shot through the door again, no problem. The teller. And so they got the manager again to open up the vault.
Okay.
Right? They had been surveilling this bank like motherfuckers, like writing down, drop, pick up, blah, blah, blah. But because of the motherfucking robberies that they've been doing, the bank had just decided to switch up the motherfucking schedule. And they thought they had just saw a drop happen at the bank, but really it was a pickup. So there wasn't as much money.
No money.
There was money, just not as much as they thought. So they weren't too happy. But guess how much money they got from this shit?
$100,000.
Million.
794.
Again, what's with the 700?
What? At what point do you stop?
Right? We were saying stop at 100.
Yeah.
What are you looking for here?
Wow.
Wet sock bandits.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay.
Sloppy Joe bandits.
The sloppy
Joes.
Sloppy Joes. Sloppy Joes. So they were in the bank for
language appetite.
I'm hungry.
I'm so fucking hungry. They were in the bank for 8 minutes. Okay, so that's very important time. 8 minutes.
Okay.
So remember how that teller was brave and she hit that silent alarm?
Yeah.
It just so happened that there was a lot of cops not in that day, so not a lot on the beat, and it just took forever to get to the bank. So they didn't get there in time. Okay. But she really did the right thing, right? So they were in the bank for 8 minutes and nobody showed up.
Dang.
They got away.
That's a long time.
It is.
And they got away, and the cops had no suspects. They had no idea who these people were.
Okay.
Wow.
So remember that 8 minutes.
Okay.
9 months later. Like SpongeBob. 5 years later. So here we go. Are you guys ready?
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Bad stuff.
February 28th, 1997. At a Bank of America at 6600 Laurel Canyon Boulevard at 19:58 a.m. We're about to start 44 minutes. Do you know what the 44 minutes is?
Oh, yeah.
We all know what the 44 minutes is, right? And there's even a movie called 44 Minutes.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to my shitty notes.
She's like, I didn't do notes on this.
Everyone pray. Okay. So, something I had never heard before, and I don't know if you guys have heard this, but right before they're about to go into the bank, Emil and Larry are in the car. They're geared up head to toe. Larry had taken weeks and weeks to make these special bodysuits that it covered them completely. It wouldn't let any bullets get in fucking anywhere. And so they're sitting there head to toe in black. They're decked out with a bunch of shit. I'll go through a list here in a second what they have. But I didn't know this, that they took phenobarbital.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Wait.
So it calms you down.
Isn't that the Michael Jackson?
No, that was
propofol.
Okay, so what is the drug that
it
they
makes
took?
you just not care about anything. Just slow down. No feelings. Nothing.
Okay.
So you would think, right, if you're doing a bank robbery, think about your fucking adrenaline, right?
Yeah.
And when you got adrenaline going, you got the racing thoughts, it's probably a fucking nightmare. They took phenobarbital to just make them real low.
Okay.
I did not know that.
All right.
Okay, so they were wearing Kevlar body armor that covered shins and thighs. The Kevlar body wear weighed 43 fucking pounds, which is so fucking crazy. It gives you an idea of what they were wearing, right? They weren't going to let shit get through. They wore a load-bearing vest for ammo. Larry had a shoulder holster. They were all in black. They had glued watches on the outside of their gloves. And when they put the time in on those watches, what time did they put in? 8 minutes. They thought that was the time they had because they had already done it before. 8 minutes. That's the time we have.
That's why.
Remember, they were both bodybuilders. At one point, there's really big motherfucking guys, covered their faces. They had 2 assault rifles, 3 AK-47s, 100 rounds or more ammo at that time, just in that like vest thing that they had. Their assault rifles had been modified, which is terrifying. I guess Larry had found these special bullets that would go through concrete, and that's the shit he was using that day. Yes.
Fucker.
Oh my god.
They had a revolver, handguns, 3,000 rounds of ammo, and they start that 8-minute watch.
Okay. All right.
They walk into the north doorway, and if you see a picture of the bank, there's 2 entrances, right? North and south, and so they go in the north side.
Okay.
So right before they go in, there are 3 ATMs outside, and there's a customer at one of the ATMs.
Right.
And he says, in one of the things I watched, they came behind me. I felt their presence. He turned around, and Larry said, "All right, motherfucker, let's go." And he took him inside.
Oh no!
Holy fucking shit!
That sucks because he was outside.
It's terrifying.
God damn.
It's terrifying. Okay, so as these 2 big guys in the black body armor are walking in, are you okay?
Sorry.
All right. Sorry.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so as they're walking in, it just so happens that a patrol car is driving past and sees them going inside the Bank of America. So now that 8 minutes,
it's 8 seconds.
It doesn't matter now, right? Because the cops are already seeing what's going on. I got chills.
Yeah.
Like the coincidence.
Right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So then you can hear it, and you can like listen to audio and video. You can hear there's Perello and Farrell, these 2 officers in the car calling in. I think there's a 211, which is a robbery going on. So they went in, the robbers, the Wet Sock Bandits, went in north side. So Perello and Farrell went on south side. Okay. Another thing to remember is Larry and Emil left their car like kind of to the side of the bank, and it wasn't running or anything. Right? And somebody even said like they didn't have like a getaway car. So I'll get to what people were thinking was really going on, right? But didn't have a getaway car, wasn't running, and was kind of a bit away from where they were.
All right.
Yeah. So Officer Farrell requested assistance and said, "Shots fired." And then you hear this sweet dispatcher's voice just trying to like do her job and make sure people know shots are fired. And it later turns out, I'll talk to her about her later, she just started She was brand new. She was like a brand new like, little baby. Could you imagine? No. And she gets the North Hollywood fucking shootout.
Right? I'd be like, manager,
I need to go home. My throat hurts.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they came in yelling, right? They were very aggressive. Emil comes in shooting at the roof with these assault rifles. Already. Imagine these people.
Right.
Shooting at the fucking roof. Larry starts yelling, but a teller did hit the silent alarm before everyone gets down. Okay. It doesn't matter. Cops have already seen. Right. They're already on that shit. Okay. So again, like before, they were able to shoot through that teller door. No fucking problem. So then they have this manager, John LaGravana. He's in these tapes and stuff like that. Super nice guy. What a terrifying event for him. Is pulled up to open the vault, and he's like talking about this, and he says that Larry's like hitting him in the back of the head with the fucking gun. Just terrible. So there's 30 people inside the bank. This is a big bank. It was like one of the most popular bank, and it was Friday, it was payday. Right. So everyone was there, right? So 30 people in the bank, and then 5 people in the safety deposit room.
Seriously?
It's a lot of activity.
Damn.
For one bank.
It is. It is.
Wow.
So they're walking to that safety deposit box room. Also, shooting at the roof, telling everyone to get the fuck out. Could you imagine just how terrifying that would be for all these people?
Just telling them to get the fuck out?
Yeah.
They're not telling them, like, get on the ground.
No, get the fuck out of the room.
Oh, okay.
Bye, get the fuck out.
Okay.
Not leave the bank. You don't get to leave the bank. Just leave the safety deposit room.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So, you can hear Officer Farrell directing officers where to go around the bank, right, to set up. And he keeps saying, I don't think they know. I don't think the suspects know that we're here. Okay. President said no. Don't know we're here. So Officer Angeles and Kruliak show up. And this is happening at 9:19 a.m., right? So we're just a couple minutes into this. We have people showing up. So Sergeant Larry Hines was next to arrive, and he also blocked off an intersection. But what happened is he set up his car, Detective Hines, and then an Officer Whitfield also came and set up. Okay. So then they see like these people outside, and they tell them, don't go in, like come here. Yeah. And they're also like these witnesses, civilians talk on audio and video. One, Tracy Fisher and Mikey, and they're talking about how like they had seen some people going in. They didn't know if it was 2 or 3 suspects. Remember that? I don't know if it was 2 or 3 suspects. And so they're trying to give the officers an idea of what they had seen so far, right? They need to know what's going on. And they can hear the shots firing inside the bank, and they think everyone's just being massacred, right? That's what they think is happening. Yeah. Right. Okay. So they told the cops what they saw. They saw AK-47s. They saw dark clothing, 2 or 3 suspects. All of a sudden, fucking Larry walks out of the bank. Little fucking Larry. Haynes broadcast, like you can hear him, he's coming out, he's coming out. They're saying that little Larry is looking around. He's very casual. He only saw the one patrol car in front of him. Right? Because all the other patrol cars had been set up in the back, so he couldn't see them. He's like, oh, there's just one car here. And remember, he took that phenobarbital. He's probably feeling nothing, really. Right. Like, oh, there's a fucking car. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then Larry turns around, cools a cucumber, and goes back inside the bank. Crazy. So Officer Martin Whitfield shows up. He parks next to Haynes. Emil is in the vault. He's going slow, and he's losing his goddamn shit. So I guess banks had set up this because of so many bank robberies happening at this time. They put different amounts of money in these different vaults to take longer for there'd be more time for cops to show up to stop a robbery. And so Emil was like losing his shit. Like it was just taking fucking forever. He didn't have time for this shit. He had 8 fucking minutes.
Nobody got time for this.
Nobody got time for this. Give me your money. So then little Larry went over. He put a foot on the security guard's throat. And he said, you fucking listen to me. When I tell you it's time, you put all these people in the vault. And the security guard said, okay. Like, I'll do.
Fuck.
Right. So then Larry walks around and tells everybody, nobody better fucking look at me or I'm going to kill you.
Wow.
Right.
Dang.
So Emil, he's very upset about the amount of money he's finding. At one point, he's still with the manager. He fucking just shoots at the money that there is in the vault, but he doesn't feel like it's enough. So there's like money like going fucking everywhere, just out of fucking control.
There's a holes in all the money.
Just all this shit. But B of A had changed their schedule, so there wasn't as much money as they had thought there was going to be. Like they thought this was going to be their windfall.
Right, okay.
So the manager is able to put like as much money as he can in a bag and 3 die packs. He's like, look there, bitches.
Right.
There's a lot of people with cojones in this fucking story. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Okay, so Haynes and Whitfield had a really good views. Like, so if you see in the video, like here's the bank, here's the front, and here's like Haynes and Whitfield right here, and right here is like a key kiosk. Do you remember how you pull up and get keys made 50 years ago? Yeah, that was there.
You know what's crazy is that key kiosk had bullet holes in it forever.
Oh yeah. Forever. Oh yeah, like fucking Swiss cheese, dude.
Yeah.
So it's right there. Okay, so remember that. So officers Savion and Guy show up on the western side. Now, this guy, so Officer Guy is watching Savion because he just started.
Aww.
We've got lots of people just starting their fucking jobs.
No.
And they're dealing with the North Hollywood shootout. Dude.
Oh my God.
So they show up. So inside, as this is all going on, John, the manager, places $303,000 with 3 die packs in. So obviously not what they were thinking they were going to get with this situation. Larry opened the door and then he said, move everyone to the vault. So he told the guard, now it's time. You put everyone in the fucking vault. This had all happened, everything so far, within 7 minutes. So it's 9:24 a.m. So we have officers arriving, witnesses trying to take cover and give information, and they're like shooting up the fucking place in the vault. So now people are in the vault. Are we good on time? Okay. So then Larry comes out front side, north side. And he just starts loading off. He's got a fucking AK, and when you see the video, it's like he feels nothing like a robot. You know what I mean? Like he's just holding it down and just letting him fucking rip. And let me tell you, it broke my heart.
Really?
Because all the officers in all these stories said it was like we brought nothing to a showdown. Like there was nothing. It was not a fair fight, not even close. And at that time in LA, it was so dangerous to be a police officer, and they had been requesting for better weaponry, but it wasn't that long after the Rodney King building, so the request had been denied and denied. And if they had had better weapons this day, this none of this would have happened. So they said they would be shooting at Larry and nothing. Nothing would happen. And he had weapons that were just tearing through their cars. No problem. So these officers are taking cover behind their cars and it doesn't matter. Just ripping through. Oh, just terrible. So Larry is ripping through, going through the cars and hits Officer Whitfield. So then the new guy on the beat, Officer Sabavin, I'll fix his name. I feel so bad. Officer Sabavin stepped out and shot him in the back. And he had the only rifle out of all the cops there.
Okay.
And he was like this really good shot. And he took aim and he shot him.
Good job.
Really?
And it did nothing.
Yeah.
Like Larry turned around like in a fucking 80s movie. It was like, "Arr!" Like it did nothing.
Scary.
Nothing. Because of all the Kevlar head to toe. Like they weren't feeling shit.
Oh my God.
What a terrifying feeling. And the officer said that he even like looked him in the eye for a second or two. It was crazy. Right? So, so then Larry starts shooting at them, and they had taken, like they were hiding behind this key kiosk, and like you said, just punch them with bullets.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like protect themselves, and they said that they were just getting shot up. Like nothing. So then, Officer Suburban and Officer Guy had covered, and Suburban decided, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like, we're gonna fucking die. And they took Officer Angeles. This is so sad. So he noticed that Angeles didn't have any armor on, and he at least had like the standard bulletproof vest. So he laid on top of her and just took bullets. Fucking awful. Like he's just trying to save them. They have nowhere to go. He's, getting hurt, and bullets are going straight through the car. And so then, remember those witnesses, they're with Whitfield and Haynes trying to take cover, and they're getting shot up. Like these bullets are just coming through the cars, and there's nowhere for them to go.
Oh no.
It's awful. So then, an Officer Kruliak and Sabavin behind the locksmith kiosk decided, we're going to fucking run for it. We got to run for it. So Larry saw them. He's shooting at them, and they're just fucking running.
Okay.
Right? We got to get through. And because Larry's like trying to shoot at him, right? They're running towards his dentist's office across the street. And the bullets like hit the glass of the door of the dentist's office before they get there. It shatters, and then they jump through, and they're like, have safety.
Okay.
Like a goddamn movie. It's crazy.
Wow.
So Officer Angeles and Officer Guy also try to get away using cars as cover, but really not much cover, right, with the bullets that they have.
Yeah.
Larry is shooting at them, and he gives off 300 rounds in 3 minutes.
Wow.
It's just nonstop shooting. So then you think, why the fuck aren't these bank robbers trying to leave?
Right?
Right? Right?
Yeah.
If you're there to rob a bank, you rob the bank, you get the money, you try to get the fuck out of the place. So people are like, what was really their motive? Right. What was really the reason behind all of this? So at 9:27 a.m., Larry goes back into the bank. Officers were not equipped. They didn't have anything to fight back with. They could not get through his body armor. It was not a fair fight. And so Suburban was in the dentist's office now, and he's just calling for help. Like, we need help. Holy shit. And you hear the dispatcher, and she's like, is officer down? Is there just one officer down? And you can hear him say, more than one. More than one.
Oh,
like, more than one is down. It's just awful. Okay, so it's 9:30 a.m. in the morning. So Emil and Larry, I'm holding a napkin, sorry. Emil and Larry, they come out. They have the money.
Okay, so they're both coming out.
They're both coming out.
Okay.
They have the money, and they're just shooting. So Officer Suburban is in the dentist's office. He's gone upper level.
Okay.
He can see everything that's going on. He's on the radio, and he's trying to tell, officers where to go, and direct Officer Guy to safety. Officer Guy is hit. He then takes off his belt, his police belt, and he has to use it as a tourniquet to hopefully stop the bleeding that he's learning in training. So the police are feeling fucking helpless, and SWAT hasn't showed up yet. Why hasn't SWAT showed up yet? Because they're doing a training.
Oh, no.
They're in the middle of a fucking training. So we have new officers. We have new dispatch. And SWAT doing training. So it's just a whole fuck up, right? So they're saying that they're walking totally calm. Nothing's fucking bothering them. Officer Haynes and Whitfield are with the 3 civilians behind their car still. And these cars look like Swiss cheese. Like, it's crazy. So the officers said that they looked at each other and decided, look, to distract them from the civilians, we need to run one way so they can get away. Right? We need to save these people. So that's what they do. They take off.
So heartbreaking.
And Whitfield is hit. And you can see a video, like, he's running, he's hit.
Oh, no.
And he, like, tries, like, grab onto this tree and, like, get behind, and he's hit again.
Oh, no.
And so then he's laying there on the ground behind this, like, little dinky tree, trying to, like, take cover, and he's on the ground. And there's audio of him, like, on the radio saying, you know, I need help. Like, really, like, labored breathing.
No.
So something I did not know, and I bawled, I lost it, is his fiance, Kim Coleman, just had a police radio at home and was listening to this. And she's like, I thought he was dying. I was listening to my fiance die.
Oh, my God.
And the dispatcher, this new dispatcher, is just saying, just keep breathing, keep talking to me. They're going to be there any second. They're on their way. You need to trust me here. And there's then a point where he's not responding. And his fiance's like, that's it. He fucking died. It's awful. So I'm crying.
He died?
You have to find out to the end.
Stop jumping to the end, Trish.
Oh, no.
Damn. Okay. So, the dispatch is now coming out saying there's a tactical alert, which means all officers from the city should come, right? That's what that means. So, of course, media is there. That's how we're getting all this footage now, like the audio and video. So there's a bunch of media there. There's a police helicopter, like, showing what's going on, trying to tell them where they are. And they're shooting at the police helicopter a few times during this. Yeah.
I remember seeing this.
Yes.
On the news, and him shooting up into the air at the helicopters.
Oh, he's shooting at us. Oh, he's shooting at us.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, little Larry carries the money to the car. Emil covers Larry, like, you know, making sure he's okay. And the dye packs go off. Oh, shit, bitches. Oh, shit, bitches.
So, tell me, how do the dye packs go up? You just, like, knock them? Do they have to be exposed?
I don't know, because in the movies, it's like they open the bag and they go,
right.
I know,
you know?
right? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the science of dye packs.
So they must, like, be knocked, if
Dre.
they're like, Dre, if they're, like, knocked around. Because, obviously, they were in a bag with the money and they're, like, running. So they must be, like, hit by, move a certain way. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe if air all of a sudden hits them. I don't know.
Okay.
That's good to know.
All right, so right now it says a dye pack is a radio-controlled incendiary device.
Oh.
So it's radio-controlled?
Say, check it out, 90s dye pack.
I know, right? Because like now...
97.
Because we're in the 2020s.
No, it says they were invented in Georgia in 1965.
Dang. All right.
Because radio is not like a newfangled thing. It's been around, radio, forever. I mean, not forever, but...
Newfangled.
Interesting.
Newfangled.
I love that word.
All right.
Okay. So the dye packs go off and they're like, are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, pause. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Because there's a radio transmitter at the door frame of the location. Like, so at the bank, there's a radio transmitter in the door.
You walk
so when
out
they try to leave, boom.
That's
and
cool.
I love it.
It takes typically at least 10 seconds for it to release.
For them to get to the car.
Boom.
Dye packs. 3 dye packs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dre.
You're welcome.
Oh, we learned something
That's what
today.
I was here for.
Okay, story's over.
All right. Bye.
So, we're bringing it back. Larry and Emil are not taking off. Why the fuck not, right? So, Larry, instead of driving away, he's grabbing more ammo from his car.
What?
This piece of shit, dude. So Emil is going towards the car. He's hit. He's grazed above the right eye. And they said it almost killed him, but he realized he's okay. It grazed him. Like if it had hit a certain way, it would have killed him. But no, he was spared.
Oh my God.
Darn. He didn't fucking die. So he jumps in the car, and then his calf is shot also. Larry wouldn't get in the fucking car. Wouldn't get in the car. He's grabbing more ammo, and he shot 3 more times.
Dang.
This motherfucker didn't look like he was hurt at all in the videos. Like, you know, he's getting shot, and it's like not phasing him at all. I wonder if that's because of the phenobarbital too.
Probably.
Yeah. They're not feeling anything.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What is PCP? Is that same shit? I wonder. I guess I should look it up.
But
that's what I remember watching it. My mom going, "Oh, he's probably on PCP."
Yeah, like my hub's father was a cop, and PCP, like, a million cops can jump on you, and you can just
and you're still the Hulk.
Yeah, you're the Hulk, basically.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
I think we should maybe do that for one of the episodes.
Yeah, let's try it. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's for the show.
I know.
It's not for us. Jesus, Dre.
It's also known as angel dust, phencyclidine. Phencyclidine. Yeah.
Don't they like sometimes the angel dust like in a cigarette or like a weed cigarette? Like you smoke angel dust? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, it says it's typically smoked, but maybe taken by mouth, snorted, or injected. So it's not the same thing, but it's what we thought it was.
All right. Interesting.
So this is my hubby's favorite part. Well, second favorite part of this goddamn fucking story.
Okay.
So these officers on the scene this entire time, they don't have the right guns to do any fucking thing. And you can hear it on the radio. They're like, we can't do anything. He's not going down, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So they are instructed, all officers not here, you better go to this fucking B&B gun store and get all the guns in this fucking store. Ugh. The store was not open at the time, and they had to like get the attention of the store owners. They come to the door and they're like, you take whatever the fuck you need. Yeah. So they're grabbing all their goddamn guns. It's badass. So they're getting all these crazy weapons, right? So Larry has swapped weapons. He did not get in the fucking car. He's shooting at the helicopter. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. So Emil opens the door, and he's begging him, like, get in the car, get in the car. Emil wants to leave. So it's like, is Emil even part of whatever Larry
Emil
wants
also was shot, right? He shot the calf.
They both been shot.
Okay, so they're bleeding.
But he's on a different,
a
different schedule.
And Larry slams the door like, I am not fucking leaving this show. This fucking asshole. Oh my
God.
So Larry would not go down. Whitfield is trying to stay in contact and is passing out behind the tree this entire time. People are trying to figure out where exactly he is, how they get to him, but there's just gunshots everywhere.
Right.
This is my favorite part of the motherfucking story. Okay, so 2 officers, Officer Kubinok and Schmitz, they're, part of all the officers, like, in the perimeter, like, not there in the center of everything, but they're, like, there, like, on hold, right? And they're like, fuck this. If we were there behind a goddamn tree waiting for some help, we would want someone to come help us. So they were not told to do this. They get in their car, they turn on, and they fucking blast it looking for Officer Whitfield. They're, like, trying to find him. They actually pull up an Officer Angeles and Officer Guy, grab their asses, put them in the cop car, and they're just getting torn up with bullets. Boom, boom, boom. Right in the middle of all of it, trying to save them. They get the fuck away. They save both the officers. That's awesome. Bad ass. Yeah. Didn't do it because they were told to, but because they said, fuck you, are saving them.
Right.
Bad ass. Okay, so then SWAT arrives. Yay!
Okay. SWAT. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. SWAT
let's
team.
do it.
Let's go.
So then you see in the video, like, SWAT's like figuring out, like, okay, which way do we go in? How do we fucking do this? And all of a sudden, one of them see an armored bank car, right? The ones that they love to rob, these motherfuckers. Yeah. The SWAT's like, oh shit, I have a fucking idea. So 5 SWAT guys commandeer this fucking armored car like badasses. They take the armored car and they pull up on Officer Whitfield. They get him, get him in. Then they drive to the civilians. They get Tracy and Mikey. They fucking get them in and they get away.
Woo! That is so
cool.
Yeah.
It's not over yet, bitches.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Emil decides, fuck this. It's time to leave, right? So you can see his car is moving, right? But it's kind of going really slow. It's not like a getaway time. It's going really slow. And Larry is walking slow, like next to the car. Just
what?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So they get out of the parking lot and they go east on Archwood Street. And Larry is walking. So officers are fucking waiting there. And Larry gets shot 2 more times.
Okay.
Now, this is our favorite part. No, this is not our favorite part.
Okay.
Take that back. Edit this shit. Okay. So Larry actually gets behind a large trailer so you can't see what he's doing. Okay. So what actually is happening is he's putting a gun down, getting another gun. It's like, he's trying to get it to work. Something's jammed. An officer is there, shoots him, fucking like takes off his goddamn thumb. The gun jams, and because his thumb is gone, he can't unjam it.
Yeah.
So the gun, that assault rifle goes down. He grabs a pistol and he starts like shooting. Boom, 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 boom. And it like drops out of his hand and he picks it up and you can see like he's like, I'm fucking done. Under the chin, fucking kills himself.
Seriously?
Done.
Of shit.
Piece of shit. Little Larry is dead.
Wow.
So then you pan over. You see this white car that Emil's still in going real slow up the street. So Emil's still trying to do whatever the fuck. And that car is filled with ammo, crazy shit. Right? Okay. Okay, so here we have Emil. He's still driving slow in the white car up the street. He's got flat tires. The car is fucking leaking. He's got to know, I need a new car. He's me every day. I need a fucking new car. Right, I need to see Robert at the dealership. Okay. He needs a new car. His car is to shit. Right? So he's able to get to a Jeep. Okay. So he stops the Jeep. And he starts just blasting straight through the window of the Jeep. 1, 2, 3. Boom,
what?
Boom, boom. And this guy, his name is Bill Maher. He's in the Jeep. Oh, no. And he jumps out and he's bleeding. He doesn't even know where the blood is from. And he's just running, right? He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So then he pulls up and he gets in the Jeep. And you can see him like taking the ammo, the fucking guns from the piece of shit white car. And putting it in the Jeep. He gets in the Jeep and guess what? Fucking Bill took the fucking keys. He took the fucking keys.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
Yes. I just love that.
That's so funny.
Okay, so now this is the crescendo.
Okay.
This is the part that we love. Okay, so he's like, holy shit, I need to get in my fucking piece of shit white car. This shit doesn't have fucking keys. So he's trying to get back, right? He's getting out. And these 3 badass SWAT officers pull up in a police car and they don't go around, they don't tip around, they go straight fucking for him. Okay. And Emil has an assault rifle. He could have easily gone dun dun dun, right? The balls on these motherfuckers, right? Okay. So they get out. It's such a crazy video footage because he's like trying to like go behind the car and they're just going at him like we're gonna fucking shoot it out. Like this, it was like a crazy 2 minutes and they said it was like hundreds of rounds in these 2 minutes, this firefight that they're having with them. So Officer Don Anderson realizes that Larry, he had full-length Kevlar. Okay. Emil did not. He did not have his legs fully covered. Oh. Wow. So they got on the ground and started shooting the fuck out of his legs and took that motherfucker down. Dang. Yes. At 10:01 a.m., the 44 minutes was over.
What a shitty friend, though, huh?
Not a great friendship.
Not a good friend.
I'm going to say
no.
Bad friends.
Wow.
Okay, so that's not the end of that shit.
Okay, all right.
44 minutes.
Right. It took 12 hours to clear the scene, check on people, take care of whatever. So then there's some some shadiness here. People are saying there's some shadiness. Some people say there wasn't shadiness, but
okay.
Officers watching a meal, he wasn't dead, right? He was just laying there. But somehow the ambulance couldn't get to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they kept saying, sorry, ambulance can't come through because it's still a scene right now.
Right.
You gotta fucking wait. So it took about an hour and Emil died.
Oh.
Okay. He bled out probably, right?
He bled out, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And the LAPD was later, had a civil lawsuit against them by the family, but it was a hung jury, and the family was like, all right, fine, we'll drive. But our son fucked up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway. He was shot 29 times. The ambulance didn't get to him. He was 30 years old. So they said 1,100 rounds were shot. 300 officers had been there. 32 officers had been fired at. So remember, they had created a perimeter, but then there was officers on site. 17 officers got the Medal of Valor award. 11 police officers and 7 civilians had been injured. Nobody fucking died except for Larry and
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
That's insane.
Woo!
Wow.
Woo!
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
fucking
good
crazy,
stuff.
dude.
That's so cool.
And now some officers are able to have like assault rifles and stuff like that to protect themselves because of this incident. 44 minutes. Fucking crazy.
Wow.
Fucking crazy, dude. A lot of officers, I bow down.
Yeah.
I bow down.
Yeah.
Because the moment I hear a gunshot, I piss myself and my legs give out. And there's nothing I'm going to do in that situation, right? So that's the North Hollywood shootout. I hope I did good.
You
did
so good. Yes.
I'm so glad you did this story.
It's so weird. It's because I knew this happened, but I've never heard it being told.
That's what I felt like.
And I love that you told it and you did so good and I loved it. Yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay!
I did it. Okay. Do we have unfucked badass? Oh shit.
It's the bad.
Okay. Do we have the badass story?
Yep, it's the badass story of the week.
A badass telling a badass story.
So I don't know. My husband and I have talked about fostering.
What?
We have, but
Jeez.
I'll just say this.
I felt sick.
It is so hard to foster.
Yes, it is.
And it's not because the kids are hard. It's not because the system or whatnot. It's because behind every foster child is a parent or two that really do want their kids back. You know, and those kids also want the parents back.
Right.
So we've discussed it a lot, and we decided that we may foster when we once the kids are out of the house.
The baby?
Yeah, when I'm an old ass granny.
Oh,
yes.
Dang.
We may.
You have a big heart, girl. I want to be fishing, so we've got different things going.
I think, yeah. We just, my husband and I have like a different agenda. I think it's obvious at this point, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So my badass story of the week is about a single mom. She grew up in foster care. She had 2 kids that she was co-parenting with her, baby daddy. But because she grew up in foster care, and she knew what the system was like and how lonely it was, she went ahead and decided to foster 6 children. Yeah.
No. 6 babies?
6. Yeah, 6. So
plus her 2?
Plus her 2.
Dang.
So 4 of the boys are biological brothers. They range from 8 to 18.
Aww.
The other 2 boys are 4 and 6. I mean, how cute is that?
Oh my gosh, that's so much to take on.
Yeah, it is.
Think of the laundry.
Oh my
God. No.
Originally they were only supposed to stay with her for the weekend, but it turned into several years.
Oh my God!
Wow.
She's a saint.
Yeah, she decided to adopt the boys, and she is now their legal guardian.
All of them?
All of them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
She is a badass. She said everyone tells her how crazy she was, but also how lucky The kids are, she's 46 years old, and she says, crying, they grounded me. I went through my 20s thinking I didn't really need a family, but they proved to me that I did.
Oh my God.
They give me purpose. So,
all right. So what's her name?
Kudos to Jessica Benzakein.
Jessica Benzakein.
You're doing
Bow
it, girl.
down.
Yeah. Badass, man.
That's 8 kids. Hell yeah.
Shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I have to say, my sister, Kristen, is like this. You know, she's adopted kids, and they were in the foster care system, and even their siblings she helps and takes care of, and look, you know, they're like her own children, and it takes a special kind of person to do something like that. I could totally see you doing something like that, like the selflessness, the giving, and it's constant. You know, because they've been through a lot, they're still going through a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. It really is. So I bow down to you, Jessica. I bow down to you. I bow down to my sister Kristen.
Just good job.
Special people.
Yeah, for
special people. Good story.
Yay. All right.
Yeah.
This was
yeah.
She's like,
oh shit, she's asleep.
We had some wine. We had some pizza.
Oh my gosh, I'm in the good place right now.
Good place.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You know what we do?
Yep.
Yeah.
We do what we want.
Woo!
Bye guys, love you. See you next week.
Rate us.